Buzzing, testing, man, that was good, that was good, that was great. 3 a.m., man, I was digging that music, that was great, Dane, that was good. I see they didn't catch the art thieves here yet, but, I got a bone to pick. It would be the femur, would be the bone to pick. Yeah, the biggest one, the strongest bone in the body. I figured it'd be a good one. I've learned I don't have to wash my underwear, which is nice. I just don't wear it. You all get weird ideas there, I know, but, and I don't, because of that, I have to watch all my zipper get caught, and my hair get caught, so I figured that out too. Take it out. So I was watching some football the other day, and one of the guys changed his last name to from Anderson to Chosen. And I thought that was pretty. He's got to have he has to have a huge ego to change your last name to Chosen. And then I was like watching some more football, and I was thinking about other professionals that have like changed their names. So there's been a few that was Meta World Peace, that's a good one. You want world peace. Chosen seems a little arrogant to me, but I mean, maybe he's that good. I don't know. But then I wondered if there's like some opposite ones, because there's a football player and his last name is Queen, and I thought I'm hoping that is his last name, which I didn't check, but if he changed it to that, I'm sure like a lot of his football teammates are like, if you're gonna change your last name to Queen. Like, you're just playing football? Yeah, man, it's going to be Queen, okay? I can tackle. Like, I thought that was amusing. Let's see, I went to a live armored combat this weekend. Anybody have seen that? Yeah, that was my first deal where, like, they dress up in the armored night stuff, and these guys, like, they beat the shit out of each other, really. It's crazy. Like, I was shocked. Like, they've got little they've got handles that are like as long as this mic stand. And then the goal is, like they have 5-on-5, and the goal is to knock the 5 guys down on the ground before you knock the other 5 guys. And it was a Minnesota team against an Iowa team. So you can imagine what these guys look like, big old tough guys. But the amount of blows that they were, and then they would gang up on it. They got a couple guys down, then there'd be 3 or 4 guys, and they'd grab one guy, and then another guy would come with his axe handle thing, and it was a little scary. I was a little worried for them. But I thought about some of the terms I've been using lately, and I thought that I've been learning about lately. With the new kids are coming up with and stuff, I've been trying to learn about like 6, 7, and what's some of the other ones? Gooning. Anybody know what gooning is? I just learned that one the other day. That's these guys that this dude, which is crazy, he left his daughter in the car when he went in, his little baby daughter, left her in the car. She ended up dying because he was gooning. And gooning is where you masturbate to the point of, like, just up to almost ejaculating, but you don't ejaculate. And, like, so that's a new thing that's going on in the world. And I thought, like, these armored guys that are fighting each other, they look like a bunch of goons beating each other up. Anyway, so I'm learning about that, and then, so I'm learning about 6-7, and 6-7 is another weird one that all the kids are saying. And I had to look that one up, and before I knew what it was, I asked this little boy that he's a client of mine's kid, and he's like 7, 8 years old, and I said, do you know what does 6-7 mean? What's the big deal there? And he didn't know either, and he's 7, 8 years old, just a little tight, and he said, I don't know what 6-7 is, but I do know what 6-9 is. And it's just like, this little kid knowing what that means. Like, I did not tell his mother that he told me that. 6-7, I looked that up, and it means it means nothing, therefore it means everything, which is interesting. So if y'all want to learn about any new lingo that the kids are talking, it's kind of fun. I guess I'll just, I'll go on one more thing, one little story here. Y'all heard about like Stillwater Prison closing down in 2027? Yeah, right. That's crazy, huh? It's been around for a long time, right? It's like, it was built in like 1911. But I actually had the privilege of spending 2 years there as a guest, not as a guard. But there was a when I was getting ready to go there, I was in St. Cloud first and was going through prison orientation and shit. And there was this story that they had about Lucius, this guy, Lucius, who was this gay guy who, I didn't believe it. I thought these guys were just trying to get me scared and like, there's no way there's this gay guy named Lucius who knocks guys out and then guys wake up and Lucius is playing with their junk and playing with them. And like, if Lucius thought you were attractive, if Lucius liked you, you were in trouble because Lucius was a big black guy, is what I'm hearing, you know. And then I ended up going to Stillwater, and holy shit, Lucius is a real person. And I made sure to stay far away from Lucius, but I heard some stories about Lucius, and they were bugged out. They were definitely bugged out. But I mean, I paid for my crime, but so I'm good now. But Lucius got caught. One of my buddies caught Lucius giving it to a little white guy. He walked around the corner and smelled shit, and rolled right around the corner, and there was Lucius with the little white guy. And Lucius said, "Ain't nothing to see here, boys. Ain't nothing to see here. Go on, go on." And I guess the moral of that story is that there's a lot of pussy in prison. It just all smells like shit. Thank you.